What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Bobby Part 77 stream. And today we are continuing with our FC25 Newcastle United Manager Career Mode. But yeah, we got two big streams to get through today. A 4-night stream and this stream. So we're going to do a very, very quick recap and summary of this career mode so far, and then we're going to get straight into it. Last time I did this was on Monday. This is a slow-paced career mode and a realistic career mode. I play on legendary mode sliders for many lads buy 2 pairs per season. In my first season, I bought Karen Adeyemi and Luke Shaw, won the Premier League and a Carabao Cup with Newcastle United, got knocked out the first round of the FA Cup. Alexander Isak was the Premier League top scorer in my first season. In fact, he broke Erling Haaland's record by scoring 46 goals in the Prem. This season, we're obviously now in the Champions League and I'm aiming to win every trophy. I bought Danny Carvajal and James Maddison to help us in this season. So far, we are first in the Premier League after only losing 2 games. Just over quarter way through the season. We lost against Wolves and Liverpool, and that was it, really. So if you want to know where we stand in every competition, we are first in the Premier League, 3 points clear of 2 or 3 teams behind us. We are in the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup after beating Reading and Middlesbrough in the first 2 rounds. We are in the group stages of the Champions League with 4 group stage matches left to be played. And so far, we have drawn our first 2 against Galatasaray 1-1 and Bayern 1-1, and we won our last 2 against PSG 3-2 and Sevilla 3-2. Last stream, we beat Sunderland in a derby 4-1 in the league and Arsenal 1-0 in the league, and we beat Bournemouth in the league. We beat Middlesbrough in the Cup, and we beat PSG in the Champions League. Today, I have 4 games for you, maybe 5. We're definitely going to be playing 4 games today. That will be an away game in the Champions League against Lombardy, a very important game in the group stages. 2 Premier League games, definitely 3 Premier League games, 1 against Spurs at home and 1 against Burnley at home, followed by Chelsea away, and possibly another Champions League group stage against Midtjylland at home. So you definitely will be having 3 pretty decently big Premier League games today, followed by at least 1, possibly 2 massive Champions League group stage matches. We have 8 points from our first 4 games, 2 wins and 2 draws. We are unbeaten in the Champions League after 4 group stage matches, and of course our next 2 games are the easiest of the lot. Lombardia and Midget are the 2 easiest teams in our group stages, and they should be 6 points. And if we win both of those games today, we should be able to end today with 14 points out of a possible 18 in the Champions League. How massive is that? How massive is that? We are doing very good in every competition we're in so far. Quarterfinals, the Carabao Cup, Champions League group stage is doing good in our group, and first in the Prem. Defending has increased this season. As you can see, we are 8th in the Champions League, meaning we are in that automatic qualifying to the knockout stages territory. Last stream, we beat PSG 3-2 in a massive, crazy game at St James's Park. Today we are playing away. I've never heard of Lombardio, however, let's see what sort of players they'll have on board for us today, boys. This stream's going to be until about 5:30. Oh yeah, not very good. So in the last 4 Champions League matches, they have won 1, drawn 2, and lost 1. Now ours is drawn 2 and win 2, so they have 3 less points than us. They're on 5 points. They're 22nd place. Oh, shit. Never mind. We are playing against Inter Milan. I did not know that Lombardio were Inter Milan. We are playing against Inter Milan. Damn. Okay. This is not an easy game. Okay. Scrap everything I said. I forgot that there are copyright issues in FC25, meaning they had to replace some teams' names and badges. Lombardio is actually Inter Milan, the team that got to the Champions League final 2 years ago and lost against City 1-0 in the final. I can tell that because they have players like Lautaro Martinez, Nico Barella, Astakorokoglu, Bastoni, Akara. They have an absolute brilliant team, summer in goal. I see hardly no weaknesses in that team, and I simply don't know how they've only won 1 in 4 Champions League group stages. Now, I did try and sign Nico Barella in the summer transfer window. Instead, I had to settle for James Maddison, but he's there tonight. Look at that team. How have they only won 1 in 4 games? That is a very decent defence, to say the least. And that attack does not lack quality. So yeah, Lautaro Martinez and Taremi aren't very clinical at times, but they certainly are some fast, tricky strikers. Jesus Christ, they're actually in the semi-final of the... Well, boys, this is not going to be easy at all, then. Did they have to change their kits as well? They did. Did they? Well, safe to say I can't wear that. Okay, wow, this is not going to be an easy game at all then. We have a pretty hard Champions League group stages then. We have teams like PSG, Barcelona, Inter, Bayern in our group. And so far we've beat PSG. We've drawn against Bayern. And we've got... Wow, not an easy game at all. Well, here we go. Here we go. This is going to be a very tough start to the stream today. 3 Premier League games, 1 against Chelsea, Spurs and Burnley. Very 3 important games in the title fight. And a massive Champions League game here today, away at Wolston against Inter. Now, obviously, Alexander Isak is the Premier League and the Champions League top scorer. I believe he's got he's got 23 or 24 goals in the Premier League, leading, not even halfway through the season yet. He scored 1 against Bayern, 1 against Galatasaray, 2 against Sevilla, and 2 against PSG. I believe Alexander Isak has 6 Champions League goals in 4 Champions League games. He is absolutely on fire. We have only 1 Champions League goal so far this season that hasn't been scored by Isak in the 7 we have scored. Yeah, boys, it's going to be a very intense game, a very intense atmosphere. You're not going to get away tonight with playing slow on the ball and letting players get a yard in front of you. Listen, we've showed great fight in the group stages, 2 wins and 2 draws, but this is where it matters. This is where you have to show you can do it against the big boys again. That PSG win was good. Listen, I appreciate how much hard we've worked in the season, only losing 3 games so far, and I believe they were all league games. However, the Champions League, we're so unbeaten in Europe. We have a lot of experience out there tonight. But I have to tell you, boys, that Inter defence is absolutely solid. Like a brick wall you're playing against. But you just have to be patient. Play your football, but maybe tonight just slow things down a bit as Inter literally feast on fast play. They want you to come on to them so they can intercept and go on the transition. Defence needs to be as good as always tonight. I expect that well. It's probably the hardest game today then. I think Spurs, Chelsea and Burnley might even be easier than this. But if you win this, boys, it is a massive step into definitely getting into the playoffs. But 100%, it could put you a massive step into possibly getting automatic qualification for the Champions League round of 16 with 3 games left if you win this. You go out there. It is a very intense atmosphere. This crowd won't give you a break for 90 minutes. They'll be booing, jeering. They will be absolutely hammering you. But you have to ignore that. You have to have the mentality and the passion in games like this. We're going with the normal team, as you do. Gordon, Adeyemi, and Isak, the best attack in the Premier League. Once again, for the 2nd successive season in a row so far, is going to be out there tonight. This is a kind of match that gets you rolling. Newcastle have stormed out their early bad start in the Champions League by not only getting 2 points for the first 2 games, respectfully against good teams away from home. We've stormed out Bayern and Galatasaray away from home, getting 1-1 draws. We have beaten Sevilla and the likes of PSG at home, and now another away game awaits us. This is not going to be those easy games. Somehow, Inter have only won 1 of their 4 Champions League group stage games, but do not put that off what this club can do. They will fight. They certainly have a very good style of football. I like Inzaghi's sort of play. But as you can see, Jesus Christ, they're only 3 points behind us, and we're actually only 2 points off first, so we're actually having a very good Champions League campaign, but we cannot let it slip now. This crowd, the away crowd, where we are, the crowd will help us all the way, and the Geordies need another fantastic night to go up to 11 points. And if we win today, we would have gone 5 Champions League games unbeaten in Europe, and it's been a fantastic start. It really has been. So here we go, first game of the stream. Alexander Isak, the Champions League top scorer of 5 goals in 4 games. Out of the 6 goals we've scored, will have the kick of the ball, and James Maddison will send it down to Anthony Gordon. And he can test the winger early on, and he can feast his way up here, Gordon. No, it's intercepted in the end, but by Nikio Barella. That's a very nice turn from him. How's he done that? Oh, what a ball. What piece of play from Inter. They're just gliding down the wing, and I'm not sure where they've got this burst of energy from. Here's Bradley. Botman needs to mark in the middle. There's a ball on the top! And offside in the end. So I've turned audio on. The Champions League is special for Newcastle United. I mean, it's been years have they waited for this moment. They got knocked out in the group of death last time they played in the Champions League, but this time it's just looking a lot more promising. You know what it would mean to get in the Champions League knockout stages with this football club. We already won the Prem and Carabao Cup last season, which were massive trophies for football club. We're aiming for everything this year. I don't mean just the Prem, the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup. I mean the bloody Champions League as well. And we will fight all of our way to get there. Of course, this season I'm trying to win as many trophies as possible, but I'll settle with 2 out of the 4 trophies we're playing for if possible, even if that is the Carabao Cup and FA Cup. Early on here, Openda. Pope made 2 mistakes versus PSG, that almost costed us, but he doesn't usually make too many mistakes. Says in the middle there. And Guimaraes to clear. And Tonali to pick it up. And Adeyemi can fizz it forward. In the end, it's away from him by David. DeVrij, sorry, not DeVrij. I always say his name wrong. Here's Openda. He's just bringing Botman out the way. Openda! What a save! Remarkable for Nick Pope to apply the fingers. That's brilliant, son. Oh, look at that. Oh, it actually might have been a stupendous block from Fabian Schär. Either way, it's a corner. Either way, it's brilliant defending at the last ditch for Newcastle. And how important could that be? We've got such a good goalkeeper. He hardly makes any mistakes, even though I was just talking about the mistakes he made versus PSG. It's a corner to Inter. How's he not won that? It's another save by Pope. It's another save by Pope. Unbelievable goalkeeping. Adeyemi trying to win this header. He's bullied away from it. Portman's got an issue. Tonali had a current issue, and Carvajal can hack it clear. 2 brilliant saves from Nick Pope, but how did we not win those headers from the corner? We've got one of the tallest teams in the Champions League, and you're telling me we can see 2 headers of the ball. He's going on here! Nick Pope saw his angles, saw the ball, got a really good hand on it, and, well, they've had 3 really good chances in the opening 14 minutes here. Look at that. If it's anywhere more across the goal, Newcastle would have a problem. But, boys, how are we not winning those first 2 headers and that just that corner that Pope had to save? The first header was a smaller player, and the second header we just didn't clear. We need to deal with their set piece better. They're going short this time, I think. Yeah, for some reason. Another header, not one! And that one's gone all the way across from Bastoni. It's the 3rd header of the ball we haven't won. Sure. Guimaraes. And that's out of 4, by the way. Just making moves here, the captain. Isak waiting for it! Away from him. If he would have got in front of him there, Inter would have had a problem. Maddison making sure Inter have no outlet on the wing. However, Openda might apply that. Openda's going on here. He's gone all the way! And you have to say that was really good defending from Fabian Schär to get a nick. Wasn't any nick. It was an important nick. Schär a bit lucky. Carvajal, that's really nice play to Maddison. The former Spurs man petting in Sandro Tonali. Here's Bruno Guimaraes watching closely, waiting for options. Here's Shaw. Just told you we have to be patient tonight. We can't have that usual fast football we usually have. That was nice play. We have to have a tiki-taka in our play tonight. It's Danny Carvajal across. Really poor ball, you must say, from a Newcastle standpoint. When I mean slow, I don't mean just aimless crosses in the box. Botman's in the way. Maddison. It's a really good tackle in the end, actually. I don't know why I tried to say it was a foul. It's a throw into Newcastle. Not a lot happening in the first 25, apart from a few inter chances. Here's Adeyemi. What a ball down the wing to Danny Carvajal. That's so poor. Take your time. Bring it down. he's got enough quality for me to expect him to get that ball right anyway, but it doesn't matter. Take your time if you're not confident enough. You know if you're confident enough to play that ball. And if you're not playing that ball right, well, it's a lack of you taking time, isn't it? Lautaro Martinez, Share coming up to meet him. And he can't produce it from keeping out a corner, but it is a corner. Inter, I told you, we're not applying to Inter's game plan. They're doing what they want us to do. That's a really poor giveaway. It's a really nice save, parried out by Nick Pope. Barella, opportunity for Openda. Oh, Guimaraes has spotted Adeyemi. Adeyemi can burst! Asa! That's the man! That is the man! Fast-flowing Geordie bolt from the blue. Yes! Do you hear the boos? The silence in the Inter-watchers and crowds. And look at what it means to the Geordie away adoring fans. It's Alexander Isak for Newcastle. The man of the moment. The man who delivers time and time again on the big stage. Delivers again. It's Newcastle's first real chance of the night. And Karim Adeyemi did quicken up the speed and Inter couldn't cope. They got done. Adeyemi skinned his mans on the wing. Of course, Alexander Isak made that bolting poacher run. And who can you trust to finish it off? It's Alexander Isak. It's a massive goal to put us in front against the Inter. Isak making moves now again. Guimaraes can spot Adeyemi again. It's away from Gordon. That ball was a bit obvious. Chair. Sure. Adeyemi has spotted the captain. The captain's spotted Gordon! He's punched it away. If the cross was any better, it may have reached him in the end. Chalanonu. Openda. Botman's in the way. It's a force back Inter. We have handled them much better in the second half of this first half since their first few chances of the game. Astakoglu, he's just wasting time at the end of this half. He's got past his man. He looks to provide a cross. He hasn't found one. There may be a shot on here. And Tonali will get it gone and Tonali will clear it and the half-time whistle will be blown. Inter dominated the first 20, causing major problems for Newcastle, but the booing crowd suggests that yes, Newcastle's only chance of the game was poached and nibbled off by Alexander Isak. His 7th Champions League goal of the season out of the 8th we scored. He is flying. Let me just change my controller batteries quickly, but I will be with you all in a second. Okay, so, a pretty good half. I will give it to you. I have to say, the first 20 minutes we looked very shaky. We kept losing every header of the ball that Inter gave to us. However, we do still need to be tighter. One chance in one half of football is inexcusable. For most of that half, if we would have went in a half-time 0-0, I think Inter would have been the happiest side. That we literally did what they wanted us to do. We played way too fast on the wings, we gave the ball away way too often, and we spent most of our time in crossing the ball hopelessly in the box. You don't need to play really fast. Sometimes you have to adapt to playing slower for the opposite team's flaw. And obviously, we scored the goal in the end. And yes, defending did get better throughout the half. I'm not going to make any subs go in the second half. You just have to keep that sustained pressure in defence. And if we can get that second goal, we'll be in glory land. If they equalise, do not worry. We show we can go ahead again. Have a good half, boys. It's an absolute massive half. You can't come away from here without at least a point after going ahead at half-time. And how you've shown you can defend. He's at the goal scorer, gets the half started off. And Danny Carvajal, the former Los Blancos man, can go forward. Not sure what happened there, but I didn't mean to do that. My controller turned off and Gordon flipping kicked the ball out. Somehow ran past Anthony Gordon there. He's run past Carp, but that's really poor defending. That's inexcusable. Madison gets it clear. And Gordon can rehearse. It's in towards Adeyemi if he wants to dance with it. Oh. Ref, why have you not played advantage? Adeyemi's steaming down the wing, a lovely 1-2. If you're playing advantage, there's options in the blocks. Yes, I'm happy getting a free kick, but you've got to let us play advantage there, boys. It was lovely football. It doesn't matter anyway, Newcastle still have the free kick. 5 minutes into half, the captain Bruno Guimaraes, who is nonetheless a very good set piece taker to take it for Newcastle. And I think he'll swing this one in very delightfully. He has! It's just over Isak. In fact, it's over everybody in the middle. It's gone all the way out for a goal kick. It's a perfect cross. You need to get in there, boys. There's no excuse. You have to have the desire to get in the box. It's not that hard. Here's Carvajal chasing. He's just making sure he doesn't get beaten. Tonali turns. Nico Barella. Senses a bit of space opening up here now for Inter. Captain pressing. Don't let Apenda get the ball. Don't let Apenda. You've let him get the ball. He's offside, surely. Yes, nice high line from Newcastle. I sensed by looking at the run that he looked way offside. He was. Here's Shaw. Danny Carvajal, that's better. Unlike the one he did in the first half. James Maddison waiting, praying for Gordon to Bahar. James Maddison! Oh! What a save. Adeyemi trying to win it though. Shunted away in the end. It's probably the best Inter can do at that point. Shares header. Los Blancos plays it down the wing. That's a foul! No, throw it instead, but I swear that was a foul. Maddison. Danny Carvajal. Tonali. Captain looking for options. We're just playing slowly as I told us to do. We're just waiting for options. This is why. Maddison again! Oh, brilliant save by Sommer this time. He's forced to dip it behind and concede the corner. Nice play, boys. That's what happens when we play slower. Yes, we're being forced to shoot from outside the box, but sometimes there will be space in the middle to apply it to. It's a corner to Newcastle. The first one of the game for us, actually. And I think this is where I can bring Kieran Trippier and Dan Burn in. I think Shaw and Botman are starting to get tired anyway. I think... Now, just remember this. Dan Burn and Kieran Trippier are coming on in the right centre-back and the right-back position to replace Sven Botman and Luke Shaw. And yes, Trippier will be taking the corner. Yes, Dan Burn will be main one in the middle for it. But the main reason I'm subbing him is because Shaw and Botman are getting tired, and I think as the game goes on, as more tired we get, Inter will look to exploit that by getting their faster players and running at us. Dan Burn and Kieran Trippier on, and the first impact is that Kieran Trippier will be taking the Newcastle corner. Not quite the delivery you expected. Isak across the face! Just away. Carvajal. That's no handball there. Ref! Ref! There's no handball there! I look at Danny Carvajal, I saw it hit him and I thought that's not a handball, but they're probably going to give it knowing them. That's why I'm screaming at them saying it's not a handball. Isak Gordon is away! Isak waiting for it! Oh, just about misses it, but it's a very good cross from Anthony Gordon. I respect it. Boys, we're only 1-0 up. That's not enough. Inter can easily, we'll be very disappointed if we go home with a draw today after all this hard work. But we haven't done enough in attack. So we only have ourselves to blame and this happens. We've defended really well though. Sometimes you've got to rely on your defence. And that's what Newcastle... Nice pressing, boys. Brilliant pressing. Brilliant pressing. They're giving it away in the end, Inter. Oh, what about... Oh, again. Isak Madison! Oh! How's he saved it? How has Sommer reached that? That's his third shot, James Madison, from the upright. But you really thought that one was going in. Oh, it's a corner. James Madison to swing this one in. A second goal would finish off Inter tonight. Dan Burn. The centre-back making moves. Carvajal winning the ball back really impressively. The captain back to share. We'll play it down the wing. Newcastle patient. Newcastle brilliant. Newcastle flowing. Trippier. Guimaraes. Isak! Oh! Just wide. But the more chances that go a begging, the more the clock ticks on. You feel that Inter are going to profit from us missing these chances. It's very nice football. Really much indeed. Just playing slowly, tiki-taka. Isak probably should be finishing it off. He should be. Oh, it's gone long again. Inter, but this time it's actually worked for them. Ooh, Danny Carvajal gave it away in the end. Openda! Burn is there. Tonali plays it through. Madison can find his man. Isak can get some yards off. It's Alexander Isak to finish it. The climax has been mounted on Inter and they just couldn't cope. It's that man again. He's done it all by himself. And Newcastle, who have played so starly tonight, has deservedly got a 2-0 lead. Brilliant. That's what it's about. That's what the Geordies came for. The away end have supported all night. They have knocked with their voices in the same way Newcastle have knocked on the Inter door. We have finally, about 34 minutes after finding the first goal, found the second, and Inter have nowhere to hide. Isak with both goals. Openda. What a performance it's been from Newcastle. Even the subs that come on look lively. It's across the face! Headed on by Lautaro Martinez. And Pope can hack it clear. And the captain does give that one away though. It's a shot on! It's a brilliant save by Nick Pope to recover. He's been there when we need him today. But you have to say, since the first 20 minutes when Inter were having chances, they haven't done much in this game. We've contained them really well. It does look like Newcastle are going to get 11 points out of a possible 15 or what they could have got. And let's be honest, it's been such a good Champions League campaign so far. I mean, we are looking ever more likely to qualify for the knockout stages. Of course, work left to be done, but not that much. It's Openda! In by Martinez. It's 2-1. Well, we'd like to clean sheet tonight. Not today, then. And Burn's going to get a yellow for that as well. Well, I would have liked a clean sheet tonight, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Obviously not. Damares. Full time, ref, surely? Whoa! Well, in the end, it shouldn't have been 2-1. It really shouldn't have been. I'm really disappointed we gave away a goal away from home there, right at the end. But as it stands, Newcastle have won away from home against a really tough ground here. And what it means is they progress with 11 points out of a possible 15 in the Champions group stages. We are unbeaten in Europe after the first 5 group stages, and it couldn't be any better for us, boys. It really is. The first 10 minutes were shaky, 15 minutes were shaky, I know that, but the rest of the game was absolutely picture-perfect performance. You have to say, and it's a really good Champions League night. So is a really good Champions League night. Right, next game is against Tottenham Hotspur in the league at home. Now, can I tell you a fun fact? It may not be a fun fact. However, we played Tottenham Hotspur 3 times in my first season of this Newcastle United manager career mode. Do you want to guess how many times we beat them? Go on, give me a guess. 0. So, we played them twice in the Premier League and once in the Carabao Cup, in the FA Cup. We got knocked out the first round of the Carabao Cup because of Tottenham Hotspur. They beat us 3-2. Oh no, they beat us on penalty, sorry. They beat us in one of the league games 3-2. And I do believe they also beat us the first time we played them as well. Also, another fun fact. Alexander Isak scored against every Big Six club last season. And he scored against every Big Six club he's played against this season so far as well. However, apart from Tottenham Hotspur, Isak played in all 3 games against Tottenham Hotspur last season. We haven't played against Tottenham Hotspur yet this season, but last season, Isak did not score in 3 appearances against Tottenham. Now, I don't know what is wrong with us against Tottenham Hotspur. Now, obviously, last time we played Spurs was quite a while ago. It was like January in my first season, which was quite a long time ago now. In fact, it's almost a year ago. However, there is a problem. Their wingers seem to be getting the better of us. Now, obviously, I think our attack has prospered since then, but I do think every time Spurs play against us, their attack is absolutely rampant, and that's usually the reason we lose. It's not to do with their defending. Their defence is decent. I'm not saying it's not. However, we usually do identify the weakness of their... Oh, no, we didn't lose to Spurs on 3 occasions. We drew to them 2-2 yeah, I remember that. Last time we played at St James's Park against them, we drew 2-2. Now, we do have James Maddison playing against his former club. Now, I know this sounds stupid, but I'm actually going to start Maddison because to get in Spurs' heads. Listen, he knows Spurs inside out. He'll know how to play, son. Now, you could just say, oh, yeah, it's just a coincidence you didn't beat him 3 times last season. It probably is. However, we do have to try and beat these lads today because, yes, we should be winning. They're 6th place. I think we're 1st or 2nd. We have a much better team than them on paper, and we've got a better defender this season than Danny Carvajal. There is no reason we can't win this, boys. There is absolutely no reason. We're playing at St James's Park. That's the only place we didn't lose against them last season, but we drew against them 2-2. You just have to be more mindful at the start of games, boys. I mean, I do think the reason we lost is because their attack is absolutely fantastic. I think Heung-Min Son, Dejan Kulusevski, Brennan Johnson and Solanke, we could not mark last season. Our defenders were way too slow. They were way too incompetent and mobile. Every time Brennan Johnson and Heung-Min Son got the ball, they just breezed past them and then either found the cross in or they played 1-2s with each other that we didn't bother marking. And then our attack was just really poor because, you know, I mean, in the first game against Tottenham Hotspur, we went 2-0 down against them. We came back from 2-2. In the second game, we went down first. And the third game, we went down first. But, well, it is Newcastle United's kryptonite. Tottenham Hotspur, who are unbeaten against us in the last 3 games they've played against us. They were the only team we couldn't beat last season. We beat every team last season, whether it was once or twice, because we only lost about 4 or 5 league games last season. We couldn't beat Tottenham. We're at a rainy day at St James's Park. James Maddison playing against his former club. We're playing with the same team we did against Inter. We are playing against his former club, James Maddison, who scored 3 goals for us so far. 1 against Ipswich, 1 against City, and he scored another one against someone else as well. Oh, he scored 1 in the Champions League as well. But here we go. Tottenham Hotspur, can they do it again? Newcastle United have to be more consistent in their wins if they want to stay in the title race. But of course, we are doing very well in the league nonetheless. I can't wait to beat your guys' asses. I hate Tottenham. Who else does? Everyone. Here's Sandro Tonali, and here is Anthony Gordon to start the game off. First seconds of the game, and they're breezing in! Gordon! Ah! It only took 1 minute and 31. What a start! What a start for Newcastle and for the Geordies, who go speeding away in celebration. Hear the roar! Hear the roar from the fans. That's a beautiful 1-2 between Isak and Gordon. This time it was Isak the supplier and Gordon the sweet finisher. Look at that right foot. Punches Vicario and Tottenham Hotspur's nets. That is how it feels. And Poster, no clue, looks in surprise. Newcastle go ahead off the off. Boys, there are starts, but there are dream starts. Look at the crowds already off their seats, and that's a way to go ahead against Tottenham Hotspur. Well, there you go, boys. The kryptonite isn't the kryptonite for long. That's a perfect start. What a 1-2 between Anthony Gordon. You have to give the credit to Anthony Gordon there, mostly. He made the run, he found Isak, and he made the run again. Usually he waits for Isak to finish it, but no, it was brilliant. Verratti, Carvajal, who fills that position this time this season, looking to make sure Spurs can't exploit the wings. Tonali, Maddison against his former club. First touch on the ball for him, I think. Gordon, James Maddison against his former club. It's found Isak! It could be 2! Double trouble for Newcastle! Yes! 2 goals and a try. Stunned away in 8 minutes here at St James's Park. The Gallagher ends absolutely loving it. Newcastle United ripping Tottenham to bits. Oh, Tottenham is very bad. Tottenham is very bad. And it is Alexander Isak to find the back of the net once again for Newcastle. The Premier League top scorer looking for that golden boot once more. But what a start. Brilliant play from Maddison, by the way, to find Alexander Isak against his old club. And he joins the celebrations. Human Son in the middle. Romero! Saved by Pope. What a start to the game. What a start to the game. Maddison, a bit lucky with the pass. Gordon, a bit unlucky. Ooh, Guimaraes, that's also lucky from a Newcastle perspective. Here's James Maddison trying to find more space again. Danny Carvajal in the middle. Isak out wider. It's Adeyemi. Ooh. What a start against Tottenham, though. It's just good attacking play. It really is. Richarlison. Here's Berardi for Spurs. Dancing beyond a few. Richarlison pulls it back. The captain gets a piece. Carvajal gets a piece. Maddison thunders it forwards. And in the end, it's intercepted. But Spurs trying to have a fast response to going 2-0 down here. Pope going long. It's a very good ball to Adeyemi. It's absolutely fantastic. That's a foul. Oh, referee. It's so a foul. It's a foul all day the week. Botman in the way. He had to do that. Oh, he shot it straight at Nick Pope. Wow. I mean, it's poor defending. You have to say it first. Carvajal. James Maddison. Anthony Gordon. They're looking dangerous here again, Newcastle. Flooding forwards. Spurs still look dangerous, though. They still look like they're in this game because of how good their attack is. Heung-min Son against Botman! And he squeezed it wide in the end. It will be finally a yellow for Botman. He made that challenge earlier on. We're not out of danger yet, boys. You never are. At only 2. Carvajal. Gordon. James Maddison. He's played against these players before. He's fizzed another one into Gordon. Oh my God, what are you doing? Just shoot. After that first goal, you must have the confidence of a lifetime. Not there, son. What are you doing? You don't need to find Isaac there. You're unselfish as it might be, his son has a swipe at it, but you have to feel that Fabian Schär put him off. Should have been 3-0. I would have trusted Gordon to finish that. Tonali. Maddison curling past a few, waiting for options. It will be Gordon to run. There's a big danger here. Vicario forced to clear it away. Tonali's there. Maddison's there. Brilliant flick header onto Isaac. Maddison wins it back. Tonali has it. Maddison plays it. Maddison's been involved a lot in the opening 36. He's probably been the difference so far. Can Schär reach him? What a save by Nick Pope. That's why he's the goalkeeper. Ah, that's a brilliant save. And Guimaraes. Oh, what a ball to Adeyemi, actually. Didn't want to go there originally, but it forced me to go there, and in the end it was actually quite a meaningful mistake. Maddison threads it in! Isaac to Maddison! Why didn't he shoot? Chances being wasted by both teams. That could have a massive impact on the scoreline at the end of this game. Botman in the way. Tonali floods it forward. And Isaac can play a beautiful ball into Gordon. It could be free! That's the chance! That's the boy! Tottenham getting smashed, getting smashed. That's how you do it. Brilliant from Newcastle. That is fantastic from Alexander Isak and Gordon. The chemistry is quite superb. The kryptonite is no longer kryptonite. Spurs are having a nightmare. Don't come to our stadium and think you can win again. You've got no clue as to what a blah, 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 blah. Yes. And what an important goal that is at the end of the half. That ball from Alexander Isak into Gordon was picture perfect. And the finish, wow, it was always coming. Shaw is not going to be beaten by human son there. Nick Pope to clear. There could be another attack on. That's half time. And that is 3-0 Newcastle. Whoa, na 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 na. Tottenham in the mud, in the mud. Tottenham in the mud. Now, Anthony Gordon has been an absolute sunshine. The three players I've loved, every single player's done their job out there today. But the main three I have to give credit to is Alexander Isak, Anthony Gordon, and James Maddison. Anthony Gordon from minute one looked purposeful, running at players, being direct. But I'll show you at the end of the game. But he was playing brilliant balls for the first two goals. And James Maddison, obviously, he's playing against his old club today. He doesn't look phased at all. He's playing brilliant balls through the middle. He's playing brilliant balls out wide. He's picking the ball up in deeper positions. He's been everywhere. And of course, Isak has scored a goal and assisted a goal as well. In fact, no, he assisted 2 goals and scored. So you do have to give him credit for that as well. Boys, the second half, just have fun out there. We're not bottling it from here, boys. I know it's a bit of an unrealistic thing to say as a coach, but it's 3-0 at your home stadium against Tottenham Hotspur. They're the bottlers, not us, boys. But of course, I'd like to get some more, boys, and don't lose your heads out there. We still need you for previous games. Oh, it's actually an early chance on here for Tottenham. Barani! Oh, Pope is there early on, but I'm not pleased by that. That was way too easy for Spurs to almost get an early goal there. Kulusevski up the gears. It's away, it's off the line. Eventually cleared. Gordon. Maddison flowing. Maddison playing. Gordon! Gordon. Maddison will take. Schär jumping at Adeyemi as well! Oh! In the end, the foul is given, but Tottenham survive. Nicky van der Ven, he's a fast player, but he hasn't been able to catch up to Gordon. Play find his man. That's a poor ball to Botman. Maddison. Botman coming forward! He's hit Isak in the end from his power shot, but that's why defenders don't go forward. Kulusevski. Now is Human Son to just give Tottenham a bit of light, a bit of space, a bit of fresh air, but Sandro Tonali doesn't have the first one. He won't have the second one. He definitely won't have the third. Botman back to Pope safely. Pope absolutely launches it to Isak. And they're under pressure here, Spurs, massively. Yuri Tielemans. Dominic Solanke. Who's going to be challengers in the league this season? No clue. No clue. Maybe Arsenal. Probably the most likely is Kulusevski. Waiting for it! I think it's come off Pope and it's come off the rest, but in the end it stayed out. We've done a lot better against their wingers today. Yes, they've had chances, Son and Berardi. Still quite a few more than I would have liked, but as you can see, it's a clean sheet at the moment, boys, so what does that say? We've done better, that's for sure. Maddison. Smartly. Oh, what a ball that is to Adeyemi. And he might go for it again here, Adeyemi. In the end, it's away. I mean, because we went ahead first, I think we had a lot more confidence. Here's Kulusevski bouncing it. He's looking for options here. Here's Son. Burn is there, and again. And Cher, the other centre-back, coming in. And the captain blazes out wider. Oh, Adeyemi sends his man to the floor. On your knees, Son. Shaw beaten there by Kulusevski. Here's Son. Gimrise denies him. Tonali short to Cher. Cher hits his own man. Tonali coming in. Oh, that's a dangerous tackle. In the end, it's not a foul in the end, though. And the Spurs' away fans can jeer. Tonali. Oh, it's unlucky. The midfield two trying to combine. Spurs do have the ball back now. Vicario. Been a very good game, though. I think we can now relax. Maddison, who's enjoyed his time out there tonight. Adeyemi Tambon, the centre-back, coming in. He let it roll in front of him. The first touch, which was the problem. The angle then didn't favour him. But what is the centre-back doing up there? I think we're going to get an attacker on soon next time the ball goes up. They've done their jobs today. I think it's our attack. They've done the job today. I think we've conceded a plenty amount of chances. I think Spurs haven't been clinical enough, and yeah, we've got a few last-ditch tackles in there. I think it's been the defence that's favoured us today. Kulusevski runs it out poorly, and Newcastle get the throw-in. Gordon. Maddison. Tonali. Maddison rolls it into Isak! There's the puncher! There's the sublime finisher from that man again. Tottenham 4-0 down. That's how you do it. Yes. Oh, I love hearing the fans like this. I love seeing us play like this. It's Maddison to Isak. Them showing their stamp on the game again, just like I said at half-time. And the magical fourth has been gifted to us. Tottenham cannot cope with the pressure. We cannot stop scoring. Oh, what's wrong? What's wrong, Poglu? What's wrong, mate? No clue. That's why. Brilliant game from Newcastle. One of the best games of the season so far for us. We are ripping up Tottenham Hotspur just how I like it. Boys, the attack has been brilliant. I'm proud of every single one of you how we have played in the attacking aspect of this game. Really is. 4 goals against Tottenham Hotspur is always a nice sight to see. Isak who would be on a hat-trick if he scored again. Adeyemi, the captain, just stopped there. That was nice. Dominic Solanke. Basuma. Solanke. Spurs waiting for options here. Here's Son! It's a save from Pope. Still Human Son. Might go to the back post. Does go to the back post! Berardi puts it in. It's 4-1. This took him 83 minutes to... Yeah, I know we have only had 2 clean sheets this season, 1 at home and 1 away. It is still poor. We still do need to work on our defending in games. I think it's really poor to let Dan burn, let him get the crossing. I think it's also really poor from a Newcastle ass point to not mark him at the near post. But I think that is just a pure consolation goal for Spurs. That means absolutely nothing in the grand scheme of things. Carvajal, Barnes, who's just come on, by the way. Probably the worst cross I've ever seen, to be fair, for his first touch, but unlucky. Suma. I won't want to concede 2 here because we don't deserve to concede 2. Kulusevski! He's at the post. Funded and away. And missed by Rum. Spurs could have got an easy second there. But, it was a bit easy for them again. I think that... See, that's why Dan Burn doesn't start. He's really slow and really incompetent at times on the wing. That's really nice defending. Oh! Proving me wrong. Oh my God, he's giving the ball away again though. Dan Burn after winning it back eventually. Ziyech! They do get a second in the end. Tottenham Hotspur 4-2. I don't care, boys. I really don't. We've subbed our main defenders off. Dan Burn's probably at fault for both goals. I mean, he gave the ball away. He then won it back. He then gave it away again and we conceded a goal. I mean, most of our main defenders are off, which is why I didn't start Dan Burn today because he's way too slow. Carvajal. Isaac. Romero away from danger. Full time. Well, despite getting Tottenham 2 goals in the last 10 minutes there, it does not matter because we weren't playing away today, so a clean sheet weren't the objective. The objective was that we played absolutely fantastically against Tottenham Hotspur, who have been absolutely done today at St James's Park. Isaac with 2 goals and Gordon with 2. That's why I didn't start Dan Burn. He's just not good enough under pressure. But listen, I think we played really well. I think it's really unlucky that Dan Burn made 2 potential errors leading up to the 2 goals. That's why he doesn't start for Newcastle anymore. He's good in the air. He's decent. But at times he's very slow, very immobile. And he just can't get around the pitch against faster players. That's why Botman starts. That's why he's been waiting for that start for ages. But obviously, that's what happens, isn't it?
Fuck you!
So our third...
Shut up, Bobby. Can you see it? I'm stressed here and you're just shouting. Shut up.
So our third game today is against Burnley at It's all me. Right, so we have a home game against Burnley. And I have to quiet down a bit. So, yeah, playing in the Prem. Playing against Burnley, St James's Park. I've got 2 games left of the stream before we then do Fortnite. By the way, a bit of a fun fact: Nick Pope playing against his former club Burnley, who he left about 4 years ago. Here we go. Should be a game we should be winning. Burnley, who was promoted from the Championship last season. It should be an easy 3 points for us at St James's Park. A wet night at St James's Park. It should be our 3rd win of the stream. It should be a really good game for us. However, shocking things can happen. Here's Carvajal. Here is Gordon. Here is Isaac. And it's catched by Trafford. Yeah, I do expect to win this today. I think they've got a decent defence, Burnley, but their attack is not good enough. Oh, Pope. Successor has to clear that. His share is Gordon. Madison, the captain bursting through, and Trafford has to save it. Whoa! Keeper, not quite what he wanted. Isaac, it's a poor header. Throw-in didn't favour him either, though. It's rolled all the way across. Is Lucas Perez. Is Aaron Ramsey, Lucas Perez again. Hannibal Medri, former United man, running on here. Botman has to be careful here. Hannibal Medri did have a crack, but it has gone all the way. Share. Carvajal, Madison. Anthony Gordon, wider to Carvajal. Newcastle flowing, Newcastle playing. Gordon, his headers. Not an attempt to be proud of. Newcastle supports it anyway. Premier League top scorer. He wears the crown. And so on Newcastle, who are the reigning champions from last year. For the first time in ages, it's Danny Carvajal winning that. Still shoot again to Son. Diego Lopez doing Sandro Tonali. Track back, Son. Track him. Don't let him get the cross in. Don't let him get the cross in. Nice. Tonali, chase it. Win that, Botman. Brilliant. And Newcastle can build out with James Maddison. Including Gordon. Is he onside? He's not. I was waiting and praying he was onside. He just played it a second later than wanted to, Maddison. And if he was onside, there, it would have been a very nice ball. Nice play. Cullen, not too many chances so far, let's be honest. The nearest one was Isaacs, and Edgepriest is Shaw. Tonali coming in the way, the captain misses it. That's because it's apparently a foul to Burnley. I thought Tonali's header was quite fair in the end, but on your marching orders. Hannibal Medri played him from a throw-in here against Botman. It's a very good throw-in, he blocked it. Oh my god, Burnley leads. Oh my god. Unbelievable. I don't understand. I've seen the ball go across from miles away. It's a quick free kick taken, and the space, the overlap, they all stand there like wallies. That's not offside. That is not offside. And Fabian Schär goes for a snack, and Jesus Christ. Focus, boys, focus. Calm down, it's only 24 minutes in, but Burnley lead at St James's Park. It's really easy. There's a few mistakes there. A, the free kick being given, not marking Hannibal Medri. The overlap was way too easy. Fabian Schär going for a walk to leave Lyle Foster in so much space. It's the easiest finish you can ask for. Boys, focus. Just calm down. There's no need for panic. There's no need for me shouting yet. We're only 23 minutes in. And I mean, I did not expect that, though. I don't think anyone did. Here's Gordon. Isaac to Gamaras. Given away. Burnley flowing again, though. I don't believe it. Burnley are leading against the former champions. I don't know. Medjbury, who's been probably Burnley's best player so far, apart from the goal scorer. Medjbury. In the middle, Cher is there, had to be really. Maddison. Gordon Isak! You gotta celebrate there though. It's 1-1. What a contest. Back to the halfway. We're not celebrating, boys. It's a really poor start. Lovely from Gordon, really direct. Just licking and pacing down the wing. And it's that man again. The arrogance, the cheek to take a touch there and to pirouettely, confidently boost it in the corner. It's quite brilliant. But listen, it's only 1-1 against Burnley, and let's be honest, I'm really disappointed how we start this game. There's no time for celebration. We just need to keep on pressing and try and find that leader. Nice finish from Isak, who scores again, of course. Really good play from Gordon, who really is finding his feet. Well, he's not finding his feet. He's always been a good player, but he really is playing good recently. Here's Foster. Cher tracking back, Tonali tracking back. Cher poked it up. Adeyemi trying to find his opposite counter partner. Oh, Gordon's touch lets him all down. And if the touch was better, you feel that probably would have been a Newcastle almost automatic goal. Over the top to Medjbury, who was a big part of Burnley's opener. That shocked us. And the captain chasing. Foster. The man who scored the goal. Oh my god, he's beaten without being shared. No way. Oh, what a tackle from Botman. That's vital. He got it all wrong. Gordon. Isak away! Almost a brilliant finish. Trafford saves it. And that's the first time Isak's denied. Maddison away from Botman. What a touch that was. Danny Carvajal, one of the best crosses in the Premier League! And that's why. That's why. But Anthony Gordon agonisingly somehow put it wide. He just had to stretch for it. He just had to make a bit of ground to get there. And the volley was the right option. But in the end, it just bounced in front of him. And that should have been his second impact. It should have been our second goal right on the half-time. But what a cross from Danny Carvajal. So many people opening up for him. Here's Medjbury trying to... No way. No way. Burnley are in. Oh, what a save. That's vital if you think about it. It's Hannibal Medjbury. What a save from Nick Pope. Medjbury! Saved again! Oh my god! Who's marking him? Why are we letting Medjbury turn and shoot? It's ridiculous. Focus on your man. You survived that. Look at this from Botman. How do you let him get the shot off? Yes, Pope draws out of a danger area, and yes, nobody marks flipping Foster again. But the point is, Jesus Christ, you can't rely on Pope to make 3 saves, let alone the 2 he did make. You're losing to Burnley at half-time. You missed a glorious chance, that's fine. You get more. But then you concede another goal to flipping Burnley. Burnley. It's Burnley, boys. It's Burnley. Oh my God. Well, I was on the boil, but I'm fuming now. I mean, how are those 2 goals going in? The first one, ridiculous defending. Awareness on Hannibal Medjbury. The second, what a save, Nick Pope. And Hannibal Medjbury turns past Botman twice to get a shot away, and nobody's marking Liam Foster again. Again. Botman, you're coming off. I'm telling you now, I'm not allowing it. I'm getting Tivo Livramento. I mean, boys, what are you doing? You're losing to Burnley at your home ground in front of the Geordies at half-time. You need to focus. You can't drop any points here. You don't drop any points in the Premier League title race unless it really is the toughest of the toughest. You're playing Burnley. Burnley. Honestly. I mean, it's not even a terrible performance. It just is. I mean... what are we doing in defence? I mean, we need a... Oh, I can't believe you tell me we'd be 2-1 behind at Burnley at half-time. They've played decent football in attack. I'm telling you that now. just is so poor. How's Medbury gotten past? Oh my god. Oh, Medbury, what a save. What a save. Oh my Jesus Christ. He's been their best player. He's playing against Real Madrid, Danny Carvajal and Fabian Schär. What a save from Nick Pope, going the wrong way. But in the end, he made it up. Oh my god. How has Maddison missed that? How is it a corner there? How has Maddison missed that? Oh, he's got it back though, and he's got space to run. Adeyemi certainly has. Adeyemi to Gordon! Come on! Come on! Yes! In front of the Gladdy streak. Gets Newcastle's plans back on track, and certainly early on in the second half. That's a really nice take by Maddison to give it to Adeyemi. He straight away turned on those beaming jets of light. And Gordon was always galloping up. He's been the star player of today's match. And he's got us level. And we can just calm down there a bit. Burnley have given us a scare though. A big scare, and the game is nowhere near over yet because they had another chance before we equalised. If you don't remember, it's Danny Carvajal. Surely Lopez doesn't do Danny Carvajal and Tonali. What? Ref, are you blind? Go to Specsavers, mate, because last time I checked, that is not a foul. Danny Carvajal won all ball. Okay. They end up on the same situation where they were before they got the free kick. Danny Carvajal gets there again. It could have been a better ball. In the end, it doesn't matter. Maddison has it anyway, and he'll charge up. Here is Gordon. Here is Maddison. Here is Gordon! Probably has to score. Adeyemi. Out of all... Is that not fouling? Out of all the chances Gordon's had today. Oh, Gordon, what a ball that is, though. Adeyemi. Oh. Out of all the chances Gordon's had today, or all the goals he's had today, which is like 3 or 4, that's one he should be scoring. Nice pressure by Newcastle. There's only 25 minutes left and we're drawing against bloody Burnley, and the thing is, they have an actually decent... They have a better attack than I expected. I will give them that. I will give them that. I underestimated them. Oh, Adeyemi's been... Draw! Away from Izat, the captain wants to retrieve that. Hammered away to Livramento, who's collected it. I don't believe there's only 20 minutes left and we're drawing against bloody Burnley. I mean, it's going to be relief if we come out here with a win. Oh, it's gone wide, that. We need to put everything on the line in the last 20. The fans will not be happy coming here to watch us draw to Burnley. Tonali. Boys, there will be kids coming here watching Newcastle's first game ever. Some kids will be coming here watching their first ever Newcastle game at a stadium. And they'll think, yeah, easy game. We get to see a lot of goals tonight. Newcastle win. They're in their best form at the moment. After winning 4-2 against Tottenham. Oh, wait, no, I get to see my kids draw to Burnley. Just think about that. It's a different aspect of it. It's a different aspect. You may not think of it like that, but I do. These kids want something. Adeyemi, Godson across the face. Ten minutes left from Burnley, getting something from this game. It should be all alarm bells now for Newcastle, because realistically, you don't draw to Burnley. You don't draw to any of the relegation teams when you're in a title race. Who's the hero for Newcastle? Oh, this stadium will erupt if we score the winner. Obviously, they'll be disappointed if we don't, but that's equally as so with Burnley's fans. I mean, that's not equally as so, sorry. Oh, Medjbri's missed it! Medjbri's missed it! That would have won Burnley the game. I want to punch every single one of you. How are you drawing to Burnley? How are you drawing to Burnley? Oh my god, boys. It's such a disappointing game. That's crazy from our perspective. That really is. Oh my god. That is so bad. We're still top of the flipping league. Like, what? We have lost 3 games and drawn 1 by December, and you're telling me we're top of the league. Damn, this league is washed. Listen, I don't really care as long as we're winning, to be fair, boys. I could not care less. The point is, you just can't draw to Burnley. You can make an argument that, oh yeah, well, we're basically top of the league. Second place now, I know, but oh yeah, we're basically top of the league. Boys, it doesn't really matter. Yes, our last few months has been look at this in our form table. Bang. Bang. I know our form's really good, but we're getting one bad result a month, and how are Aston Villa top of the flipping Prem? What? I don't know. Boys, it's been a very good stream, but that just makes it really, really... I mean, we won against Inter in the Champions League, we won against Spurs in the Prem. But drawing against Burnley in the Premier League, your home stadium, is an absolute embarrassment on every single one of you. You should be disgraced by that, realistically. You should be disgraced. Alright, listen, after this stream, I will be doing Fortnite straight away. However, we got one more game, and that is against Chelsea away from home at Stamford Bridge. We've done well today in the total. Beat Inter, beat Spurs. We couldn't beat Burnley, we drew. We are playing away from home. Hopefully we can win. I think we probably should still win, but they're 4th place Chelsea. It's a very big battle at the top of this table. So yeah, straight after this stream, I will be doing a Fortnite stream. However, this is the last game of the stream. Can we win our 3rd? If we win this game, it would have been 3 wins and 4. If we win this game, we would have actually won the hard games and drawn the most easiest game of the lot. Chelsea, who we knocked out in the Carabao Cup semi-finals last season, we're playing against today. We drew last time we played them. Last time we played them here, What? It's when we battered them. Mahrez. Adeyemi running. Adeyemi sprinting. Adeyemi going! Oh, what a goal that would have been. What a goal that would have been. Twinkled past 1, 2 and 3 Chelsea defenders. Maddison to in-swing the corner. Adeyemi! Oh my God, what a save. I don't know who this goalkeeper is, but he's certainly having a good time so far. Jane Maddison. Ball. We should be scoring one of those chances either way. I think Adeyemi has to keep on running now with his first chance. I think the header. Jesus, that has to be a goal. Oh, Romero playing risky. This is the man we need to mark today. Cole Palmer. What is that's Danny Carvajal's fault. He's left him against Pedro Neto. He's not an easy opponent to play against either. Cole Palmer. He's got Butman and Shah beside him. He still has the ball though. Nicholas Jackson, saved by Pope, needs to reach up for the second bite and does. Gets it away quickly as well, and this might now favour Newcastle. They've built back really nicely. Chelsea, Gordon, Suicide! Oh! That is quite something. Yes. No one can contain the uncontainable. Just look at that. Gordon deliciously into Isak, and that's how you finish it. That's how you finish it. You need a book on how to stop Isak. It's a smart finish. That's how you do it to silence this crowd early on. And Newcastle lead it. Isak again. Scoring against another Big Six club after scoring against Spurs. It's Pedro Neto. Jackson. The captain coming in. Palmer coming round the back. Nobody there to apply at the near post. Thankfully for Newcastle. Is Share. Danny Carvajal, Maddison, former Spurs player, playing it down the wing. That was almost brilliant. Obviously, the top of the table looks very tight, especially the top three. I think the only reason we aren't actually in front at the moment is because we drew against Burnley. We are a bit inconsistent at times, aren't we? Here's Guimaraes. That's a poor ball. Poor ball from Adeyemi. I just don't know how we drew to Burnley. I think it's because we went behind at half. Obviously, I think our attacking wasn't good enough to only score 2 against Burnley. I just think we were stopped very well in the second half after scoring the equaliser. I think Burnley could have won in the end, remember? Oh, I see the ball. I see the ball. You see the ball, surely. He looks very prosperous, though. Very prosperous. Neto! Saved by Pope. Had to be, really, though. That's a poor ball from the captain, who must take responsibility for that. Here's João Felix. Still João Felix. Still João Felix. Jackson. Pope. Well, Neto's been marked really well there. Sure, this time it does find Adeyemi after the service. Oh, somehow keeps that. I'm not sure how though. Adeyemi, it's very nice play. Guimaraes. In the end, he's actually tried to pedal back because there was nowhere to go, but here's Neto. He's got a one on here with Botman. He's just waiting and supplying. Share is there. How was that a free kick? Oh, why did you not play advantage? Do your referees not see the football vision nowadays? Do we need such of their ball knowledge before you sign them up? Because clearly they don't see the vision. Captain chasing that. Captain Courageous winning it. Captain Courageous swings it in! And he's looking for Gordon, and the header respectively bobbles wide. I do think we're doing very well in every competition we play. You still wouldn't think that Newcastle should be in a title race if you were telling me that last season. However, because of that we did win the Prem last season and we have strengthened our squad, of course I expect us to be. Obviously, we're doing very good. Very big chance of getting qualified to the Champions League knockout stages. Quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup. Haven't played a game in the FA Cup yet. We're second in the league. Very close in the title race to Nali, so it's very good. Guimaraes! Why didn't you shoot? Why do football players do that? Oh, shoot. And it could be more costly than that. He didn't play it to Pedro Neto Jackson. That is quite something. The fact that he didn't play it to a man who Is he onside, Gusto? He is! Oh, he's missed it. I can't believe he was onside. I looked at him and I thought, no chance. Referee call it already. He was somehow onside. Here's Gamares playing in Isak. Here is Isak, too strong, too tricky! You have to square that. What are these decision makings from these Newcastle United players? What is this? You're squaring it when you shouldn't be squaring it. You're not squaring it when you should be squaring it. That's really greedy from Alexander Isak. It's unacceptable. Gamares, Tonali. I think Isak is loving this. Where's he going? That's the question some of you will be asking. Oh yeah, to be fair, he went absolutely nowhere there. I'm almost tempted to boo. How are you not 2 up? How are you not 2 up? These missing of chances cost you in title races. They do. Now yes, we're almost halfway through the season, not quite yet, and we're still doing very good in the Premier League, very much in a title race. Still probably the favourites to win it over Aston Villa, but still. You've got to take every point that's given to you. Oh, here's Isak. Chips it into goal. In the end, the goalkeeper punched it. Not sure why. Oh, that's a brilliant ball to Palmer. Cole Palmer. Sandro Tonali dealing with it. Quite a poor ball from Nick Pope. In the end, it is retrieved by Newcastle. In the end, it looked like a very good play in the end, to be fair. Madison, brilliant. And he's oh, almost a beauty. But in the end, he went for power rather than placement. I sound like a FIFA comment. No, as in, yeah. Gusto. Malo Gusto. Pedro Neto. Cole Palmer. Contained him and Chelsea really well so far. But if you don't get that second goal, you're going to be punished. I can just see Chelsea equalising, and then it's going to be a 1-1 draw. I am not drawing 1-1 to Chelsea. Catch it, claim it, brilliant. Quick thinking from the keeper as well. That's a advantage, surely, and I don't think advantage was long enough there, ref. Cucurella. And Isak has our only goal so far, but questions whether he should have squared a chance for the second goal in the first half. That's soon to be. Neto, Cher has to track him. Nicholas Jackson, Botman's there. Madison, Carvajal, led on to Gordon, and it's absolutely fantastic tiki-taka play. What are we doing? Oh, gotta win that, gotta win that. No, we don't. Oh, no, now there's a danger. It's Nicholas Jackson. What a ball that is to Cole Palmer. He might have a shot, he might fancy this, you know. Does he? Does he? Does he? Does he? Lavia, Jackson, Lavia, going in! Saved by Pope. Somebody getting goal! Brilliant defending. Remarkable from Newcastle. But you feel the pressure has been applied by Chelsea now. Cole Palmer in the pocket. Jackson applying the fingers. Pope is there. Carvajal is very lucky that Gordon is aware. And well, I have to say, if Chelsea get an equaliser, it's only us to blame. It's almost like the Inter game. Missing chances. The only difference is that Chelsea are having chances as well. Carvajal. Madison. Carvajal's corrosive cross. Cucurella had a swing. Carvajal out. Oh. See, if Chelsea score, we just have ourselves to blame. I'm going to be so annoyed. I can see it coming. It's the scripts of the title race. It really is. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh my God, he might not. He might not. Someone's going to have to come off soon because Carvajal gets in the way. Madison gets in the way. It'll be a free kick to Chelsea. I need to get Cher off. Yeah, the defence is looking very tired, and thank God that was a break in stoppages. Yeah, Livramento coming on. And Burn coming on to strengthen the defence. With 13 minutes left. You hope. Right, if he shoots it, it's not going to go in. He might actually roll it. He knew it. Oh, it's out of deflection! Oh my god, what is Nick Pope doing? That is unacceptable. Is there a deflection? Could he not see? Pedro Neto. Oh my god. What? Chelsea equalised with 10 minutes to go. I did not think it would come from that. He rolls it. It's shot. No. Oh, it is a mighty deflection. And Nick Pope, he has to be getting that, though. I don't know who it deflects off. It's a really poor wall in the end, though. Let's see. Oh, my goodness me. Draws and title races. Let's see who it blocks off. Wait, does it block off anyone? It does take a nasty deflection off Tonali. It is going straight at Nick Pope, though. You have to understand, for all of the direction, it's a slight deflection. But it doesn't matter because it's going straight down the throat of Nick Pope. Instead of catching it, instead of powering out, he puts it right in front of him. He still has time to get up. Oh, no, he doesn't. He's too lazy. I mean, just look at that. It has to be saved. It has to be kept out. It's such a poor mistake. That's a goalkeeping error. Chelsea find themselves level. So undeserved, and Newcastle have to do it all again. 10 minutes remaining, and unlike the Burnley game, Palmer! Brilliant save, he's offside. Carvajal. Brilliant from Dan. Burn had to do that, really. Madison Isak! It's bubbling! Gamara! Oh, it's off the line. Got a 2-on-1 here. Why is he giving it away there? Jackson to Palmer. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. We played 4 games. Won 3 of them. 1 against Chelsea, 1 against Inter, 1 against Spurs. We drew against Burnley, unfortunately. I think the end of the stream was just kind of degrading. I mean, drawing to Burnley and then struggling to beat Chelsea right at the end. But yeah, and it is what it is. If you want to see me play some more FC25 Newcastle United Manager Chromo, come back Saturday. I will be doing Ultimate Team tomorrow. Goodbye, guys.